Well, hello and welcome to the next installation of a Sunday Daily Dominion with campaign features. We have things that are different from normal Dominion games. One is including a twist called Double Up, and the other is that each player starts with 5 coffers. And Double Up is a twist that says the first time you gain an action or treasure each turn, gain a non-supply copy of it. And yeah, that one makes it really interesting because in your opening you're basically going to open with 4 cards, but 2 of them are going to be the same. In this case, even more because there is Border Village, but we'll get to that. And the 5 coffers just means that we start the game with 5 coffer tokens that we can spend at any time. And that allows us for very flexible opening choices. Like we could open Province, Blessed Village if we wanted to. Not that it would make any sense, but yeah. So let's, as always, first discuss the kingdom. If you're not interested in that, feel free to skip to the next timestamp. We have Encampment. Oops, oh no, that was from yesterday. I wanted to get rid of my camera. I'm sorry. We have Encampment, +2 cards, +2 actions. You may reveal a gold from your hand, or a gold or a plunder. I cannot talk. It's too early. You may reveal a gold or a plunder from your hand. If you do not, set this aside and return it to the supply at the start of cleanup. So encampment is part of a split pile. Actually, I think this might stem from a campaign that is based on effects that somehow put split piles into focus, because there are 4 of them here. And yeah, encampment says that, and plunder is just a terminal. Yeah, not a terminal. It's just a silver variant, which also gives a victory token whenever you play it. And encampment means, or encampment is draw, but it does get set aside if you cannot reveal this plunder thing or golds. So early on, while you're not well trashed, it might be a bit awkward. And also notably, with double up, it's possible that the plunderers are going to be completely buried by encampments because yeah, they are going to uh, pile up, because whenever you gain an encampment during your early turns, you will just gain a second one, and if you set them aside and return them to this pile, the amount of encampments might grow. Anyways, that's just a bit funny. We then have Settlers and Bustling Village. Settlers is just +1 card, +1 action. Look through your discard pile. You may reveal a copper from it and put it into your hand. And Bustling Village is +1 card, +3 actions. Look through your discard pile. You may reveal a Settlers from it and put it into your hand. So both of those are very light draw. Bustling Village is, of course, a village. And yeah, they synergize with each other. They're cheap, but not super overwhelming usually. Cargo Ship from Renaissance is a terminal silver. No, actually, a terminal silver, +2 coins. And once this turn, when you gain a card, you may set it aside, face up on the cargo ship. At the start of your next turn, put it into your hand. So yeah, it can increase your next turn hand size, but it's not a real draw because cargo ship itself doesn't draw a card. Catapult is also part of a split pile. Catapult itself says +1 coin, trash a card from your hand. If it costs 5 or more, each other player gains a curse. If it's a treasure, each other player discards down to 3 cards in hand. And then there's rocks. So this is a strong attack card if you can, no, I mean, not super strong, but it allows you to both trash copper and attack your opponent. And then there's rocks, which means when you gain or trash this, if it's your buy phase, gain a silver onto your deck. Otherwise, gain a silver to your hand. So this, of course, perfectly synergizes with catapults, but it gets rarely revealed because you need to buy 5 catapults or gain 5 catapults before rocks are revealed in 2-player games. That's usually not the case because you usually don't want more than 1 catapult. And yeah, then we have Gladiator Fortune, plus 2 coins, reveal a card from your hand. The player to your left may reveal a copy from their hand. If they do not, plus 1 coin, and trash a gladiator from its pile. And this means that you don't have to gain all of the 5 gladiators, but you rather, by revealing cards that your opponent doesn't have, you can deplete the pile and also profit off of it. And Fortune itself says double your coin if you haven't yet this turn. So a really, really strong effect, and it's also plus buy. When you gain this, gain a gold per gladiator you have in play. Yeah, I don't know. Blessed Village is plus 1 card, plus 1 action, so another village. When you gain this, take a boon, receive it now or at the start of the next turn, and boons are those 12 nice effects that can happen. And especially this ability to set it aside is usually pretty strong. Crucible. Trash a card from your hand, plus 1 coin per one it costs, and it's a treasure, so it doesn't require an action to play. Giant. A giant interacts with the journey token, and basically the journey token is just something that involves a few cards that require binary processes, so that do a big thing every other turn. Because Giant says if your journey token is face down after playing it, like you play it, you flip your journey token, and if it's face down, you only get plus 1 coin. But if it's face up, you get plus 5 coins, and each other player reveals the top card of their deck, trash talking trashes it if it costs from 3 to 6, and otherwise discards it and gains a curse. So yeah, notably, encampment and settlers are exempt from the trashing, but you will gain curses when they are revealed. And yeah, any of the 3 to 5 cost cards will just be gone after a giant has been played. And actually, in this kingdom, since the plus buy is a bit wonky, there's the plus buy boon 1 and 12, not reliable, but also there's fortune, which is hidden behind the gladiators. I think Giant might be strong here. And it's a bit like Swindler, where it can lead to really feels bad at tilting moments. I don't know. Let's see. Usually it's a weak card because only being able to do this every other turn is not much of a bother, but yeah, here it might be something. Royal Carriage, plus 1 action, put this onto your tavern mat, and after you play an action card, if it's still in play, you may call this to replay that action. And that's a throne room that you can call at a later point, but it cannot play itself, so it has some merits and some disadvantages over the usual throne room. And it also costs 5 and not 4. Finally, we have Border Village, plus 1 card, plus 2 actions, and when you gain this, gain a cheaper card. And that one's, of course, nice to gain, yeah, cheaper cards with it while stocking up on villages. However, here you might not overly need the border villages, depending on what you do. Yeah, this kingdom is interesting, especially due to the double up thing. Let's try to make sense of it. So my initial hunch was to go for a thin deck where you trash down using Catapult and Crucible, put in a few encampments, and just cycle a lot in the early game, and then yeah, go from there, build from there. The problem about that is that the plus buy is really just so annoying to acquire. Maybe so a good thing about the coffers is that you can essentially start border village and 2 different actions and 2 different cheaper cards, and we might just do that. Looking at the kingdom plot, we see that the attack bar is high. Catapult and Giant are, well, Giant is not a super strong attack in the usual setting. Here it might be really annoying, but Catapult is a very oppressive attack, um, a very annoying militia variant that can also curse your opponent from time to time. And yeah, there's a bunch of village stuff. There's not a lot of terminal stuff going on except for Giant and Cargo Ship. and catapult, I guess. Maybe there is. Um, but yeah, so I think we aim for some thin deck, then maybe put in a few giants even, or try to reveal the fortune from the gladiators. Mm, we should also put in golds as quickly as possible, like not on turn one or turn two, but maybe even on turn three or turn four, because if we can keep some encampments around, this might be really good draw, especially since we will be able to have more than just five encampments. And yeah, in the early game they might just be glorified horses. So now opening wise, I have prepared the opening plot. One way to go would be to go double border village, double catapult, but actually let me switch this up. There we go, sorry. And also sorry for the blue arrow after the first catapult. I haven't fully these things are generated more or less automatically from just the descriptions, so I haven't figured out how to do it a little more elegantly. But yeah, so there are two things I think that should be good openings. Of course, if you have the 2-5 and the 3-4, you might do it the other way around. But still, since we have okay, the coffers, we can open double border village using the double up, and the double up can then give us crucible and catapult. I think that might be the more viable opening than just double catapult. Um, And then on the two or on the three, I think just going double encampment to cycle early a lot is strong here. I might be mistaken. I haven't played the Spin Kingdom yet, and I'm it's really weird with the giant stuff. I'm not sure how strong this is going to be, but yeah, let's start and go for border village, gain a copy, gain a catapult, gain a crucible. And AI goes for double border village, double giant. And the same again. No. Catapult and border village. Now here, let's just trash down a bit and get more encampments in. We also get attacked. So the nice thing about Crucible is also that in principle we can get rid of the border village and then get strong cards with it. Maybe that's the play here to trash the border village next turn and get 2 golds. Now what's down there is the question. There's a border village down there, so we will be able to trigger the next shuffle. Yeah, I think in that case it's really good to just trash this border village and get 2 golds here. I know what? Did we I'm so stupid. Apparently we played the border village already. So here, um, let's go for another catapult, another encampment. Discard this. AI goes for 2 encampments again. And yeah, let's pick up settlers. Now this is amazing. It's not completely amazing. We do miss one of our catapults, but an AI needs to set aside an encampment and also it gets a gladiator. But we make a lot of leeway here. Get to trash 2 coppers. And we'll get to pick up... actually, I like picking up Border Village Encampment, Border Village Plunder, instead of the um, two encampments there. And we do discard the settlers and gain a curse. I think that's bearable. AI, however, also does get plunders. Mm, and yeah, we really want our encampments to stick around. So do we get more plunders, or do we just go for maybe nah. Now we have what's kind of bad is that in those 10 cards there are no plunders or golds anymore. That's actually really bad. Maybe we get 2 royal carriages to help us out in situations where we need them. Unfortunately, royal carriages cannot play encampments if they haven't revealed anything of value. Hmm, I'm not sure. Maybe we could just go double Blessed Village and hope we have some nice boons. And it's really desperate, I guess, but yeah. Oh, in that case, we should have definitely kept the copper in our hand. But um, yeah, next turn this means that's actually an amazing boon here. Usually the Moon's Gift is really bad, but this is amazing if we have the encampment here because we can top deck a gold next turn. So let's discard these. AI sets aside another encampment, another 2 encampments. Yeah, okay, good, good. Gets more plunder. We want to put a plunder or gold on top. I think we don't need the coin because we'll go for encampments anyways. So yeah, let's reveal this. This is really unfortunate that we have such a um, bunch up of our good cards here. Let's attack the AI. I think that's more important than doing much else and get those encampments in. Why didn't we get 2 encampments? Because no, we gained 2 silvers because of double up. I didn't think about this. Shoot. And here, let's keep the encampment just to not give it to the AI. Mm. And we could go for double Blessed Village again. Next turn, that's good. I think we might not be able to make use of it if we are catapult attacked here. But let's see what the AI trashes. It does trash a plunder, interesting, just to attack us. Mm, yeah. I maybe should turn off the auto reveal because I might have liked AI to trash there. That's bad. So let's do this. We don't get much use out of these spoons, but oh well. But we do have well, I was about to say we do have a somewhat working deck, but our deck really is not working amazing yet. We have 11 and no plus buy yet, so this is difficult to say for me, but maybe we just improve our deck a bit more with double border village. Piles are getting low, but currently there still is um, one buy. Cannot talk. One buy limitation. Do we try to get more nice-ish boons? Like the Mountains gift was really bad. I should have gained the silver on the turn. I kind of auto-clicked it for the next turn. But we could get the Earth's gift for next. Speaking about that, if we go for this now, finally do it properly. Um, yeah. So we could get the Earth's gift, Field's gift, the Forest's gift would be good. These two would also be good. This one also. Yeah, I think we go for another Blessed Village. And now maybe we can have a higher probability of pairing up the encampment. And I think we do want to get another Crucible, just to trash down even more. AI will probably catapult attack us, which would be really bad actually. And annoying, it trashes its plunder. Yeah, I'm discarding the encampments here as I really don't want to leave them in the pile currently. And we can trash the silver here. Just annoy AI. Do we want two settlers or do we want to keep the coffers around? I think we want to keep the coffers around. Now here, yeah, I mean, my deck is filled with villages, which is not super great, but also AI's deck is really messy and it has trashed its plunders, so it's not. Oh, there goes the Crucible again. Um, so it doesn't really have any means of keeping around encampments, but piles are getting really low, especially with border villages going. So we will really want to go for provinces now. Here, I think we need to play the encampment. We cannot afford to have one more turn that's doing nothing. Yeah, burn through those. It really hurts. At least now we get to um, reveal that. But yeah, that really hurt. With 9 now, we saw plunder gold. Mm, do we go for border village, giant duchy, and hope that the AI cannot win next turn? Ah, well, the encampments are back, okay, so it won't be able to win. But getting the last border village should just remove some of the control. I mean, arguably, border villages, all of these border villages and blessed villages are not great for our deck just because they hinder the encampments of finding gold sometimes. But on the other hand, yeah, they enable us to, these border villages enabled us to gain more cards, and yeah, I think they were quite important. Now, do we want to reveal this here? No, I think we profit more of those things being trashed. AI trashes its plunder. It goes for an all-out destructive deck. Um, but yeah, now here we have one, two, three. I think we just trash a curse and get this province in. And yeah, I think that should be good. No, AI doesn't have many plunders anymore. So it shouldn't, like, it has trashed 3, right? Ah, it still has plunder. Um, do we want to play this encampment again? Yes. Okay. Yeah, our deck is also not at its greatest state. This has turned into quite the slug. We discard Cursed Estate here if we are attacked. But let's see what the AI will trash. We'll probably get Giant attacked. AI sets aside another encampment. It would have been amazing had we been able to hit 2 there on the last turn. to just pick up 2 more encampments. Mm, yeah, I mean, it probably has 3 giants or so in its deck now, in its hand now, so it will be able to province. It doesn't attack us here, but also we don't get to attack it. Let's put in 2 more encampments. Probably discard Settler's Blessed Village here if we are attacked. And now, yeah, I think our best course of action, since we do have, I think we do have the slightly better deck. Well, no, we don't really. Would be to pick up fortunes. And I would love to do so, given the chance, but let's see. Yeah, but AI with the giants will be able to hit a few more provinces, and that will be really bad. So we might lose this actually. Yeah, this is interesting and not great. I mean, trashing the border village does nothing for us. It's okay, but yeah, we might come back with plunderer points. Nice. We do reveal there. And we do get to attack as well. Unfortunately, we don't get to trash anything, but we trash um, one of AI's catapults, and we do get 2 fortunes for plus buy. Let's see, discard catapult curse here if we are attacked. At this point, yeah, we just want to get drawing. We really want to get drawing. Trash this border village. We have about 3 turns of time, maybe a bit more. And nice. Our deck does start to come together a bit just in time, I believe. Let's trash out 2 curses or curse, and I think we need to trash out 2 curses just to keep a bit more money around. And now this means that we can um, hmm, AI doesn't have plus buy yet, which is great. But also, yeah, so we need to go for province here, and we cannot pick up this encampment because it will lower the piles too much. I think we just go for two settlers. It doesn't matter. The first time we gain an action. Yeah, they don't really matter that much, but yeah, should be good here. Let's see whether the AI will try to attack us. Apart from giant attack, of course. It might hit our duchy. Or did we see it last turn? No. It might hit our duchy with a giant attack. But will it go for the last encampment here, or will it go for province? Oh, no, it has set aside an encampment. Maybe my province was a hasty mistake last turn. Not good. It will all depend on whether we draw this turn now. Don't get attacked. I trashes curse. We do want to reveal if we can, but we cannot. There goes our fortune. And yeah, we might really just need to hope that AI won't be able to province the next turn. And yeah, my province was really bad, the one I got the last turn. But if it finds giants, yeah, I misplayed this. I really misplayed this. This province buy here. Let's go back and buy something maybe more sensible. We we got those settlers. Maybe instead we should have gotten just a few blessed villages. And of course, I forgot about that. But yeah, this would have been so much better. Oh man, I'm biting into my fist right now. This was really bad. I completely misplayed the end game there. Um, and like we did have the much better deck in the end. I just had, I mean, Carriages and Giants, okay, but mm, yeah, no. Ah, this is annoying. That I think I even said that we have 3 turns of time, but then I picked up the province, and yeah. If you're not interested in this replay, I will do my proper replay after this is done. I placed quite slowly, so you might be bored by this. But yeah, I want to see how it goes. Does hit province here, of course. Mm, but also, yeah, we do get to pick up more encampments here, even safely. We do get to trigger the shuffle, and we do have one more turn of time in, yeah, and we can hopefully, so next turn, it will still be hard, I guess, just because, yeah, next turn, that's amazing. And why didn't we, we got the double up from encampment already, okay. Yeah, this is interesting. The encampment stuff makes this really wonky, and fortune being the only plus buy, reliable plus buy is, hmm. I will province again here, will probably attack us again. If it only wouldn't play so slowly. Um, but yeah, we do get this one more turn. We do have fewer points than we did last turn, but um, we do get to draw a deck more or less and attack AI, have it discard stuff into its shuffle. And yeah, we could have quad province here. Wow. I think this is still not enough to catch up, but um, it is enough to quad duchy, which we need to do here. Yeah, maybe it's just a pipe dream that we would ever catch up with AI here. Yeah, no, it is. But still, I didn't play this really nicely. Mm, I am still convinced that my opening is good here. Maybe it should be actually the double catapult, and or actually now no, we did have some unfortunate collisions in the last turn. So yeah, we do want to attack AI once again, pick up golds next turn. Um, and see where we go from here. We'll probably get attacked as well. Hammer in some encampments, get one of our golds trashed, but do get trashed 2 coppers here. Mm, yeah, I think this is already going quite alright, although just having 1 gold is a bit scary. Mm, but yeah, let's try to just focus on trashing down. This is the most important. We didn't get clean last game, and that was my major setback. Yeah, just hammer in encampments, trash 2 cards here, attack AI while we were doing that, and now If we ever want to get to plunder, hmm, I think we want to take border village to encampments, but on the other hand, hmm, yeah, let's go for that. I think I like this. Now they're proof against the giant attacks. And this turn I want to get in another gold, or another 2 golds. Do we play this encampment? Yeah, we do have to do that. I don't like playing that many. But we don't hit any numbers without them, right? Mm, no, let's actually go just for more encampments here. Do get attacked again, discard border village estate, but we also do get somewhat clean this turn, this time. So, well, we are cursed. We are getting cursed a bit. What will AI get? Encampment. Encampment. Okay. Nice. Yeah, let's attack again, right? We do have enough money. Get border village, encampment. No, hopefully next turn. Yeah, this turn we will be able to put in a plunder as well. And yeah, let's just be aggressive on this. We really want to. Yeah, I think we're now in a really, really good position. We are clean. We do get to have plunder in our deck, and also we hit away the rest of the plunders. And AI, on the other hand, I mean, it does have the giant stuff, which could hurt our plunder and gold, but it can also just hit our border villages, which does nothing. And AI is also on the way to revealing the fortunes for us once again. So yeah, we should be quite golden. Do we play this in camp? Yeah, we do need to, right? Yeah, nice. Catapult away the border village, crucible the curse, just to attack AI. Hitting fine is hitting 5 is fine for us. Could pick up a gladiator ourselves to be able to reveal the fortunes next turn. Yeah, I think I like that. And it would give us 2 gladiators. Well, we can trash the other one in any case. AI goes for more encampment stuff. So yeah, look at this nice and beautiful deck. We have 2 chances at trashing that gladiator, but yeah, here at trashing, yeah, the last gladiator there. Here, I don't think I want 2 gladiators in play, even though it would give us 2 golds. I think we just do want to stay rather clean. So we curse the AI once again, and well, we can even crucible this border village to pay off loads of debt already. And yeah, we'll gain 2 fortunes, 2 golds, and yeah, should be really golden here. If the AI is nice enough, it will leave us this encampment on the top of the pile. But at this point, unless there's some really weird giant stuff going on, we should be running in circles around it. It does get fortune itself and or 2 fortunes, so we do need to be careful a bit, but with just much more draw. So we reveal Crucible again. End actions, trash one of the border villages, and now we have, okay, so much money. Let's get 2 more encampments in, and just 2 more fortunes for plus buy. Well, 1 more for sure. It's a bit unfortunate we lost the catapult. I would have loved to trash one of those golds for um, one of those golds to the catapult, but oh well. I think we might want to get this catapult back in. Yeah. Now here we have 4 buys on the next turn. AI sets aside encampments once again. It will probably pick up a plunder here, but it has just such a junky deck. I think we distributed 3 curses or so, and it now, I mean, it is drawing a lot here, but it is also, um, yeah, depleting all of its encampments. So, yeah, go ahead, AI, trash my top of deck. I'm not scared. No, yeah, in the first game we didn't thin aggressively enough, and AI's constant catapult attacks also hindered us from thinning. So in this one, we do get we just got clean in a much better way. Yeah, I mean AI hits some numbers and will probably even have the fortune, right? The fortunes. So it will maybe triple province, but this will be the last turn it gets to do so. So, oh no, it didn't find. Oh, that's super duper sad. It didn't find any of the fortunes it had, and yeah, essentially is just leaving us with a bunch of yeah, great stuff. Let's trash this gold. Let's trash 1 more gold. Or do we? No, I don't think we need to. They're good with the encampments. It's asking me whether I want to double this, but I think it's okay. Let's get more encampment. Province. Province. Encampment. Yeah. We will play these encampments in any case. Yeah, I'm a bit annoyed at myself that I didn't thin that well in the first game. But yeah, we also had that unfortunate Crucible collision there. Well, we did have this decision of playing the Crucible on the border village to get those early goals in, and maybe that was too early. Here we can once again trash a gold. We might be a bit low on payload then. Yeah, I think it's still fine. And this, now the Crucible could get rid of even a province, which, yeah, I think it's the best course of action here. So we could quadruple province here. Yeah, it looks good. I don't know. Uh, we could quadruple province here if I had properly counted the buys. Oh, I only had the eyes for the money. I didn't think about looking at the buys. But yeah, what is AI going to do? It will have 3 card hands, and it, yeah, it barely gets to play its giants anymore, and yeah, has to resort to buying estates. We do get to set aside a few encampments here. Wow, actually a lot until we find our gold. Maybe I shouldn't have trashed so aggressively. But well, um, finally we get to Crucible, another border village. Spent this coffer that we kept. We would have been able to quad province again here and yeah, win this. How many encampments do we have in our deck? 9. I had 3. There are still 6 in the pile. It's totally normal Dominion. No, wait, yeah, exactly. Um, Interesting kingdom. I like how I played it the second time. And when did I go to do, when did I go for the quotes here? Did I go for them on turn 4 already, or did I delay them a bit more? No, I went for them on turn 4. Maybe that's too early. Maybe you just don't care about the golds early on and should just put in more encampments here to cycle more and say, okay, we'll pick up the golds a tad later, and or even just skip golds and completely and put in the plunder as soon as it gets revealed. Yeah, I like going for the fortunes as it really enables you to hit big numbers in the end if you have your deck under control. But as you just saw, I think I set aside 4 encampments. If you have bad draws where your goals and plunders bottom deck, you can also be a bit unlucky. And yeah, with that, I have I think this is the first time I had 2 losses in a row, but I think it was okay. I just attacked us more consistently, and then this giant train was a bit too strong, so I'm not really super salty about that. Yeah, I'll hope to catch you next time, and with that, goodbye.